ताली दे थल्ले बैके आ बैके ओ माया वे माया करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां तू मेरा दर्द वधावे आ वधावे मैं तेरे दर्द वधावा करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हो ताली दे उत्ते बोल मेरा माही मैं को दूर ओ आ ओ आ ओ आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां मैं तेरा दर्द वधावा ओ वधावा तू मेरे दर्द वधावे करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां ओ ताली दे विच लीका मैं तेनू पई उड़ीका ताली दे विच लीका मैं तेनू पई उड़ीका हो आ हो आ हो आ करी प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हो ताली दे उत्ते मोर ताली दे उत्ते ताली दे उत्ते मोर तेरा जाया ना कोई होर ओ आ हो आ हो आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हो ताली दे तले बैके आ बैके ओ माहिया वे माहिया करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हाँ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हो ताली दे उत्ते मोर मेरा माही मेरे को दूर हो आ हो आ हो आ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हाँ करिए प्यार दियां गल्लां हो ये ना मेरा ब्रा थोड़ा ना वो हो रहा है मेरा ब्रा ना थोड़ा इसको वो करने की ज़रूरत है इसको ना ज़रा मैं ये ज़रा एडजस्ट करूँ ना ब्रा को ज़रा हाँ ये जो मेरा ब्रा है ना ये ज़रा एडजस्ट करने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है सो मलिका काज़मी और वो सारे के सारे खबीस लोग जो इतने अरसे तक मुझे मेरी क्लीवेज की वजह से शेम करते रहे हैं ये देखो मैं अपनी क्लीवेज को ऑन कर रही हूँ हाउ डज इट फील हाँ हाँ हाउ डज इट फील नाउ ये देखो अब मैं अपनी क्लीवेज को ऑन कर रही हूँ दिस इज एन एसेट आई ओन इट आई एम नॉट अशेम्ड ऑफ इट एडजस्ट करो जरा ब्रा को अपने एडजस्ट करना है मैंने जरा अपने ब्रा को अब सही लग रहा है ना या ठीक है ओके मैंने फैसला किया कि उतनी इज्जत तो मैं डिज़र्व ही करती हूँ जितना कुत्ता कमीना हरामज़ादा अली रिजवी करता है इसलिए जितने टाइम तक वो कैमरे पे रहेगा मैं भी उतने अरसे तक कैमरे पे रहूँगी अभी सिर्फ 4 मिनट हुए हैं तो अभी 20 मिनट और रहते हैं ठीक है सो या लेट्स सी आज मेरा मूड थोड़ा ख़राब है गाने का मूड नहीं हो रहा इसलिए मैं ना ज़रा कुछ पढ़ती हूँ हाँ yeah, so okay, it did good. So I am a left-leaning person through and through. I believe in universal healthcare, strong labor unions, climate action, LGBTQ rights, racial justice, and dismantling systematic inequalities. Despite all that, I'm increasingly reluctant to call myself a leftist or align publicly with the broader left movement because it feels like a minefield of performance, radicalism, and zero tolerance priority tests. The left eats its own with a vengeance in the name of some unattainable ideal of flawless justice, and it's exhausting. Okay, it's really exhausting. Okay, alienating and counterproductive. Okay. Meanwhile, the right seems to have a much more forgiving big tent where loyalty to the team trumps minor deviations. Let me unpack this. The core issue is this culture of constant vigilance and cancellation. It's not enough to be a devoted ally. You have to be perfect. One wrong word, one misinterpreted action, or even just silence over the right issue, and you're not just critiqued, you are villainized beyond recognition. And as someone who's felt the heat from both sides, I can say that the left's internal purges feel way more intense and personal than anything I have seen on the right. Take Chappell Roan as a prime example. Early in her career, she was this bold, outspoken queer icon, calling out the music industry, advocating for trans rights, and not shying away from the practical fire. Fans and leftists loved her for it. She was the fresh voice we needed. But fast forward a year or so, and she is basically gone radio silent on politics. Why? Because every single misstep, or an even perceived one, unleashed a torrent of backlash from her own fan base, and the left online. A joke taken out of context, accusations of being problematic, not centering every interview around activism, labeled as selling out. It's like the bar for good ally keeps getting raised higher, and now she's reluctant to speak at all. How does that help the causes she care about? It just silences potential advocates. Or look at Halsey. For years, she's been one of the most visibly woke artists out there, fundraising for Planned Parenthood, speaking out on mental health stigma, body positivity, and anti-Trump resistance. She built her brand on radical left ideals, and the left celebrated her for it. But then she stars in a rom-com with Sydney Sweeney, who has been dragged for her conservative family ties and Instagram pics, and boom. Suddenly, Halsey is the devil incarnate. Look at her comment section. They are acting like she's the second coming of Hitler. One movie role and years of solidarity evaporate. This isn't abstract, by the way. It's personal for me. I'm Jewish and I support Israel's right to exist and defend itself while still criticizing its government's policies, and many Jews and Israelis too. But I will never say that out loud in leftist spaces, no matter how many other progressive views I stack on top of it. Why? Because the second I do, it's game over. I will get painted as a Zionist shrill, a genocide apologist, or was erased from the conversation entirely. It doesn't matter if I've spent the last hour rallying against white supremacy or transphobia. One deviation and I'm the enemy. I've seen it happen to friends and online acquaintances, lifelong leftists who dare to hold a nuanced view of Israeli Palestinians get dogs blocked or straight up called Nazis. Contrast that with the right, and that's night and day. Sure, they're tribal as hell and rally around their leaders no matter what, but they don't seem to devour their own with the same ferocity. You can be a rhino, which is Republican in name only, or criticize party orthodoxy, and as long as you're not crossing some sacred line like abortion bans, you're mostly forgiven or ignored. The rise flaws are obvious, but their us versus them loyalty at least creates space for imperfect allies to stick around and fight another. On the left, it's us versus us half the time, and it just burns people out. And look, I get the ideal of high standards, okay? No one is saying we should tolerate actual bigotry or complacency. Accountability matters. But this scorched approach, it alienates potential allies, silences voices like Chappell and Halsey and me, and turns the left into an echo chamber where only the most radical or performative survive, which isn't even sustainable because you don't even know what's gonna become cancelable tomorrow. In the end, it weakens the movement because it scares away people who could actually help win elections, pass laws, and drive change. I'd rather have a messy, forgiving coalition that includes flawed folks like me than a pure but tiny vanguard that eats itself alive. I'm getting bored of just talking. I thought I will do some other activities. Okay, so now we will eat today. So I bought this banana pudding. It's really good. I bought it from Walmart, and it's really good. And I really like sweets. I really like, especially on days when I'm in a bad mood, I love to eat sweets. It just really makes me happy. Just like improves my mood instantly. Okay, so yeah. So what's up? Do you like my eating style? I've heard that women seduce men by their eating style also. So I don't know what they do like. Oh, I'm sorry. It's white, calm. I was trying to be sexy and, just pretending that I have calm on my lips. Mmm. It's so good. It's double standard. Women like me, if I just even look at the food, with like really eyes, and people just start looking at me, okay? And I've seen a movie in which I was given that Shraddha Kapoor, okay? She was like literally eating like a pig, okay? She was eating food while making like sex-like voices, and she was really eating like pig, and that was considered a good quality, okay? That's what attracted the hero. So, I don't understand this, okay? So, yeah, maybe I thought that I will also try that, eat like a pig and, just pretend that I'm having sex with my food. So, yeah, maybe I will get a man also. Oh, it's just 14 minutes? Oh my God. My pet peeve is bald head. Okay, I just hate bald heads. And I don't know what's wrong with people today, with men today. They have like bald heads, and they're like so proud of their bald heads. They're just like sitting here like me doing that, like, it's just like it's something good, okay? you know, if you go out in public, especially if you want to stay on the camera for like 25 minutes, okay, you should at least look presentable, okay. Cover your bald head looks so ugly. It looks so ugly. It looks so ugly. It looks so ugly. Okay, just, you know, wear a cap or something, okay? Cover your head. Look presentable. Look presentable. Try to look presentable. You're ugly. God has made you so ugly. But at least try to look presentable, okay? And, you know, that Raza Ali Khan, shut up, okay? He is not my kafan. I will slap you, okay? Stop barking! He is not my kafan! You are my kafan. Janu Raza Ali Khan. तुम राजा अली खान, यूं मिलो मुझसे, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. रजा अली खान, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. रजा अली खान, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, मैं तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. रजा अली खान, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. रजा अली खान, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. रजा अली खान, यूं मिलूं तुझसे, तेरा लिबास हो जाऊं. Still 16 minutes. God, you know, I am just such a shy person. I just hate attention so much. It's so hard for me to remain on camera on 16 minutes only. I don't understand people who are so ugly and they're just like stay on the camera for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I mean, really? Don't you feel ugly? Don't you feel self-conscious? Okay, seriously, why do you stay on the camera for, how do you find the confidence to stay on the camera for 20, 30 minutes? How? I mean, seriously, how? So, you know, I think it's enough. So, yeah. Okay, one more peek, boys. After that, I am going.